Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Wow, it's been a few days since I've been here, but glad to be back. And today we're going to make stuffed twin pockets. We're going to do it with some Christmas paper, and my inspiration for this come from a fall challenge that I took part in, and it's just a small pocket with a little bit bigger one, and in the little pocket I just put a little journal paper in there, decorated my pocket, and in the bigger pocket I put a journal tag and just embellished the pockets. So I thought I would just make a bigger set of them, and we would put some Christmas tags in. And I think it's kind of cute. The bigger pocket is just, the pattern come from just a regular envelope that I had. I took it apart, made my own pocket, and let me see what the finished size is. So the finished size of this is about 5 3/4, and if you fold it down by almost 4 1/2. And then the little pocket, I just made a square. It's just a 5-inch square, and you just fold your centers in, and generally they'll, well, if you have a square of paper, you generally just fold it and you pinch your center, and you fold it up and you pinch your center, and I always just mark it with a little pencil dot. And then you fold your sides into the pencil dot. I rounded these. And then you just fold them up. And you have your pocket. A lot of people have the little boards that you can make your pockets with. I think I have one with my scoreboard, but I could never figure out how to use it. So when this is all folded together, it equals about 3 1/2 by almost 3. So, and then in the pocket, I just wanted to put a little, just a little coordinating piece. So all I did was made a pattern just to go in there. I should have made this one a little bit longer, but when the tags are in it, you're not even going to see it. And then for the large pocket, I just made one to go down in there, and I made this one bigger. So, you just mess around with a little bit. It takes, it took me just a little bit to get it the way I wanted it, but just kind of mess around with it. All works out. I like to experiment and, make different things, different patterns. I like to do stuff like that. Sometimes they turn out better than other times. And then I just embellished the envelope. Just did a little stamp on the top of each one. Now on my green envelope, my green ink didn't show up, so I used a blue ink, and on the green it almost looks green. And then I stamped a red flower on it. And for the little pocket, I just made 3 journal cards. Now on the back of it, I was going to put coffee dyed paper, but I found that it's not good for me to sit and be working on a project, watching TV and YouTube all at the same time, because for my my tags, I used file folders. And these file folders, I mean, I've had them on my desk. I've inked on them and everything else. So I thought, well, it's good enough to cover them up with paper. And I'll use them for my tags and my journal cards. Well, I set the tag against the fancy paper. Instead of putting it on the back of the paper, I put it on the front of the paper. So I had file folders glued to the front of all my papers. Now this one here has a little line on it because when I was printing the paper, my printer decided it didn't want to print anymore, so that's how much I got of it. The rest of it was plain. So I had to go through, recut all of my paper. So the backs of them are all white, and you can see the little pattern showing through. So, well, they have white paper instead of coffee dyed paper. So I guess I can't multitask like that anymore because I just completely lost my whole train of thought. Now on this one, what I was wanting to do was do a red and a green and a red. Well, I guess I wasn't paying attention on that either because I have two reds together and a green, but the world, you know, the world is not ending. So it's all good. They still look good in there. And then these are just bigger. You know, I put 4 in the big pocket. Now let me see. The large tag measures like 5 inches by 6.5. That's the large tag. The next tag down is like 5 1/4 by 4. I just kind of wanted them to kind of step down in size. Now wait a minute, that's not the next tag. The next tag was 5 3/4 by 5. See, I wanted them to step down in size. And then this one again was 5 1/4 by 4. And then the last one in the big pocket was 4 3/4 by about 2.5. And I just rounded my edges on that one and this one. No, I didn't. I rounded the edges on this one. So I made all of these with the tag tops, but I rounded the bottoms on all of them because I like my tags rounded on the bottom. Then on this one, for the small pocket, the bigger tag was just over 3.5 by almost 3. You would make them to the size of your pockets. And then 3.5 by 2. This one should have been a little tiny bit shorter. And then this one was just over 3 inches by about 1.5. So I just put ribbon under each of the little embellishment papers that I put on. So let's go ahead and get started making the other one. Now I've cut everything out and I've inked everything because this is not a fast project. Not for me anyway. But, you know, it's different when you're trying to figure everything out. Takes a little while. So on my red one. I did the 2 tones on the green, and I'm doing the 2 tones on this one. Now when I inked these, I used my blue ink because my red wouldn't show up at all. So it actually looks black. But I think it looks okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. And in this bottle, I just have tacky glue. I emptied my Fabri-Tac out of this bottle and let it dry good. Because I wanted a smaller tip for my tacky glue. But I couldn't find a lid and a tip to go on my bigger bottle. Now all this is from the cake decorating department. You buy these, and this is a number 3 tip. And they work perfect. I should have laid my glue down a few minutes ago, and then it would have been run down. There we go. I hope I explained it okay on how you do the envelopes. You have to practice a little bit, but you know, it's not bad. Hang on just a second. Okay, the only thing I don't like about using tacky glue is if I get too much by the edges, then it kind of seeps out. But I'm getting low on my Fabri-Tac, so I'm going to keep that for some of my other stuff, like if I'm gluing something against fabric or lace. I'll use my Fabri-Tac because that works better. I've used tacky glue in the past on fabric and lace, and it's okay, but I like hopefully I said tacky glue. I like the Fabri-Tac better for them. So these I'm just going to glue down on the tags. Oh no, I did that wrong. Pick it up, pick it up. I have to put my ribbon on. So see, I shouldn't talk when I'm doing something. All right, I'm gonna put red on this one. I'll try the tacky glue. It should be all right, because I've used it in the past on lace and ribbon. Tacky glue just doesn't set up quite as fast. See, I almost messed up this project. That wouldn't have been good. As I've said in many of my past videos, if I didn't make one mistake, it wouldn't be right. That's almost not straight, but we'll cover it up a little bit. We can't go for perfection here because mine is not perfect. Okay, I hope I don't have this down too far. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. We had a pretty good snowstorm last night, overnight. Woke up to quite a lot of snow this morning. Okay, now I think I should move my paper over here for gluing on, because I don't want to get it all over my cutting board. Alright, now on this one I'm going to do green ribbon. And when I was in the process of making these, I thought about doing different colored ribbons and laces. And the more I tried it, the more I didn't like all of the different colors. So I just stuck with these two, and the ribbons match, and that's good. Put a little bit more glue on this because I didn't get enough on there. Now, like I say, this is definitely not a really fast project. This one takes just a little bit more time. But I guess everything can't be speedy. My intentions was to have this one ready the other day, but I started it and then I stopped, and then, you know, had other things going on. Then Thanksgiving rolled around and I had to take time for that. Okay, now on this one I want red. That tacky glue seems to be working just fine on this. So I'm glad. Tacky glue's a little cheaper than Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac's a little expensive. And I was going through a lot of Fabri-Tac. And I don't mind stick glue to a certain extent. It's not, I mean, it's okay. It's okay if I'm just doing a lot of paper, but and the new stick glue that I'm using, I do like it. And it's just this DIY Craft by Aleene's. Because the other glue that I was using, I guess they don't make that no more. Can't think of the name of it now. That's okay. All right, let's see. What do I want to do? We have red around this, so I'll start with green. It was Scotchcrete or something like that. I guess they don't make that anymore. Now they have a different one that took its place. My daughter tried it. She said she likes it. I haven't tried it. I like doing projects with tags and pockets and envelopes. I think it's just fun. You can create so many things with tags and pockets and envelopes. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Has everybody been doing a lot of crafting? These last few days I've thought a lot about it. But I guess it just wasn't time. What are we doing here? That goes there. I have been watching quite a few videos. Everybody's making Christmas stuff. All of it's so pretty. So many ideas. So much fun. Oh, see, now this one is a plain back. How about that? This must have been one of them that I put on the right way. Well, that's okay. You can still write on the file folder. And I'm just following suit from one set of envelopes to this set because it was just easier. I think there's only a couple little things that I changed from one to another that I might have only had like one embellishment or one piece of paper or something like that. One little tag. Other than that, they're both alike. But now you can tell a difference with your paper and the tacky glue. The Fabri-Tac lets the paper lay down better. So when it comes to doing lighter weight paper, I just will probably use Fabri-Tac. Okay, so this is not going to come out right, I guess. Maybe I will finish this project with tacky glue after all. I think I got something going wrong in the spout here. Okay. Hang on just a second. Okay, so that was a mess. So we're just going to finish it off with Fabri-Tac. Maybe the tacky glue woke the Fabri-Tac up and made it run again. I don't know. That was just something. Well, the old saying goes, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just because Fabri-Tac's one kind of glue and tacky glue is another kind, but the bottle was dry. I mean, I don't know. You know how the old saying goes, you live and you learn. Okay, so there's that one. I don't like how the tacky glue makes the paper lay. Doesn't lay down smooth. Alright, now the last one. We have to put the ribbon on first. I added some more Fabri-Tac to my bottle and I put a little bit bigger tip in it. So hopefully. Guess I'm just going to have a bad glue day here. Now, a little while ago, this bottle was working perfectly. What are you going to do? Grin and bear it. Okay, so there's that. I just think Fabri-Tac has a mind of its own. Works when it wants and not when it doesn't. See, now that paper laid down a whole lot smoother. I like that better. Okay, so there's that one. Wow, that took a while, huh? Okay, that one's glued on. Now we have to glue this one on. And I just glue all the way around the edge and in the center some just to hold it down so it doesn't move around when you're trying to pull your cards in and out or your tags. And then I just leave it down a little bit from the edge just so you can see the difference in color. And we're just going to glue. See, now this bottle is running away with itself. I'm just going to glue up to there on both sides. Hopefully I'm still in camera shot. Okay. Now when I put these two together, I laid them down and I drew a line along here. Well, I have to glue my other envelope, I guess. I'm getting in a hurry. So I'm only going to go up about this far. Don't want to glue my envelope shut. And there's a lot of room in these envelopes, as you can tell. They open quite far. Now, when I glued these, I brought this one across the front just a little tiny bit. Actually, the corner of that is right there. So I just made sure it was straight, went to the back, just gave myself a pencil line. And it doesn't have to be real dark, just so you can see it. Then I also did the same on the front. I just gave myself a light pencil line. So I'm just going to put my glue around on this side. sorry about so many mix-up there. Well, that was really ridiculous. All right, now I'm going to kind of line it up with that mark, but I'm also going to turn it over to the back and make sure I'm straight with my line. And I am. And then I'm just going to, you know, press it down, make sure it holds. And there we go. Okay, so we have our big card. Let me move this stuff out of the way. We have our big tag. I said card or tag, whatever you want to call it. Then our next size. And the next size. And then the last tag. And you can try to stagger them a little bit if you wanted to, or it doesn't matter how you set them in there. Then for the little envelope, I just kind of put this a little to one side. Bring this over here a little bit. I just tried to stagger them a little bit. And there we go. And that's pretty stuffed. All right, so now with these things, what do I do with my little glitzy things? Here they are. This thing here is, I was using one of these papers. It's just junk mail. I was using one of these papers when I was stamping. So then I was off stamping, and then I thought, well, that's a pretty design. So I just stamped a frame around it and added a little red heart. So I thought, you know, that could be part of my decoration. We're just going to put them there, the little tree. Just now we have to put our ribbon on first. I can keep telling myself I haven't been here a few days, but I do this on some of my videos, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to stay up away from the bottom. Let me just take these out. I'm going to lay them up there. Sometimes you get going so much you think you're almost done, and then you find out you have something else to do. This is how my day is going. But all in all, I just hope everyone is liking the project I'm doing today. And if you have, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would ask also that you subscribe. I'd like to see my channel grow. There we go. Put a little bit more glue right here. Okay, here's that. Now one more thing before I even forget that, because you know I might do that. I'm going to stamp my little flower. I'm just going to do it in the blue like I inked with. I'm just going to stamp it up here. Tried to figure out what I could put up there that would look right, and nothing looked right. And even though that's dark, it still shows up and it just looks like I stamped it in black. I couldn't figure out what to put up there, so I thought I would just stamp a little flower. And it almost looks like it could resemble a poinsettia. So see, I can offset or off stamp, and I can just make some more of these little tag things. Okay. Now we'll just go ahead and glue this stuff down. Then we'll be almost done. If you have any questions or comments, just ask that you leave them below. I like to read my comments. I always answer my comments. Tell me what you think about my project. I'll go ahead and put this up there so I don't forget to add it. Now it's glued to my finger. I'll have to pull them little strings of glue off in a minute after they set. Okay, let's see. We'll move this over just a little tiny bit, and I'll put this one down first. This just says ho, ho, ho. And I'll just put that on the bottom of that one. I think I had the other one up just a little higher. So let's try to do that. Then this will go up away from the green, and the green ribbon will show a little bit. Now these pockets, you can glue them in. It can be a floating pocket. You can put it in a, there are these envelopes. You can put them in a pocket. You can glue them in. You could put them under a belly band. Let me close this up. Now we'll put all of these back down in. And hopefully I'll be back on a little bit quicker than I was this time. Just so much going on with the holiday. So there we go. Our stuffed twin pockets. So I hope everyone liked my project for today. And I just hope that you stop back and see me the next time that I'm on. Let me know what you think. Everyone have a nice day. Bye for now.